Hello and welcome back to WITSOL. In today's class, we are going to learn about parts of speech in English. अब English language में अगर हम basic components के बारे में सोचें, बोलने के लिए हमें क्या क्या चीज़ें required होती हैं. So the basic building blocks of language are parts of speech. अब parts of speech हैं क्या? Parts of speech are categories of words based on their function in a sentence. अब एक सेंटेंस में किस वर्ड का क्या फंक्शन है उसकी बेस पर हमने पार्ट्स ऑफ स्पीच को डिफरेंट कैटेगरीज में डिवाइड कर दिया है. एंड व्हाट आर दोज कैटेगरीज? थिंक ऑफ अ सेंटेंस लाइक अ हाउस. ईच पार्ट ऑफ स्पीच इज डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ ब्रिक दैट बिल्ड्स इट. अब एक सेंटेंस को ऐसे सोचें जैसे वो एक घर है और हर एक पार्ट ऑफ स्पीच इज अ ब्रिक. एक ईंट है जो उस घर को बना रही है. सो देयर आर 8 पार्ट्स ऑफ स्पीच. Parts of speech 8 हैं जिनमें से first is noun, pronoun, verb, adjective, adverb, preposition, conjunction, interjection. So let's start with what is the noun. Noun क्या है? The name giver. अब वो word जो नाम देता है. A noun is a word that names a person, place, thing or idea. For example, person like Ali or teacher, place like Lahore or park, and thing like book or car, and ideas like happiness and freedom. Moving on to the second part of speech, that is pronoun, the noun's substitute. तो noun की जगह इस्तेमाल होने वाला part of speech है pronoun. A pronoun replaces a noun to avoid repetition. बार बार अगर हम noun को repeat करेंगे तो हमारी speech बहुत repetitive लगेगी and the listener starts to get bored. To avoid that, we use pronouns. For example, I, you, he, it, she, we, and they. Let's see some example sentences. Instead of saying Sarah is kind, Sarah helps everyone. We would say Sarah is kind. She helps everyone. So she has replaced the repetitive Sarah. That was a noun. अब noun बार बार repeat ना हो तो उसके लिए हमने pronoun use कर लिया second time में. Moving on to the third part of speech, that is verb, the action word. The verb is the action word. A verb shows action or state of being. अब कोई कैसा है या क्या action हो रहा है, that is defined by the word verb. For example, run, eat or write. State verbs भी हो सकते हैं जैसे is, am, are, seem, has, have, was, were. अब state बताता है कि कौन से ज़माने की बात हो रही है. For example, they play football every evening. Play. रोज खेलते हैं. He is tired after work. वो थक गया है काम के बाद. Moving on to the next part of speech, that is adjective. Adjective क्या है? Adjective is the describing word. An adjective describes a noun or pronoun. For example, beautiful, tall, red, honest. For example, she wore a beautiful dress. Moving on to adverb, the modifier. Adverb is the modifier now. What is a modifier? An adverb describes a verb, adjective, or an other adverb. It often answers how, when, where, or to what extent. For example, quickly, yesterday, very, and everywhere. Let's see some sentences as well. He runs quickly. How he runs? He runs quickly. And she sings very beautifully. How she sings? She sings very beautifully. Moving on to preposition. Preposition is the linker. A preposition shows the relationship between a noun or pronoun and the other words in a sentence. कि अब noun और pronoun को link करते हैं दूसरे words के साथ preposition words. For example, in, on, under, between, at, to, from. There are a lot more prepositions as well. Let's see some examples. The cat is under the table. A cat is the noun and under the table is the linking with the other words in the sentence. कहाँ पर है? टेबल के नीचे है cat. She came from Karachi. From here is the preposition word. Moving on to the next parts of speech, that is conjunction, the connector. Conjunction actually joins the sentences, phrases, or clauses. For example, and, but, because, although, or, and so. There are a lot more conjunctions as well. For example, however, although, initially, finally. Let's see some example sentences. I wanted to go out, but it was raining. But here is a conjunction. She studied hard because she wanted to pass. Because here is a conjunction. Moving on to the interjection, the emotion word. अब interjection जो है वो emotions show करता है. How? The interjection expresses sudden feeling or emotion, usually followed by an exclamation mark. For example, wow, oh, ouch, hurrah, alas. So all these are emotion words. अचानक से exclamation mark वाले words जो हमारी emotions बताते हैं, they are interjections. For example, wow, you won the first prize. And ouch, that really hurt. These were some examples of parts of speech and their daily use and where to use them. Now remember, grammar is not about rules. It's about understanding how words work together to express meanings.